Yo ho, good day, and welcome home to Tanimura for episode 9 of our Cities Skylines inspirational build. For today, there are plans to expand our residential zones by quite a bit. We have a lot of demand and we need a lot more citizens for our next milestone. Of course, we are going to work on our fresh town center a little too. And we are definitely going to finish up the beachfront commercials because we've been working on that for quite a while now, and I finally want to decorate this area up completely and have it look really, really nice. But first, I want to talk a bit about what inspired me to start doing this. So there's two streamers that inspired me, mainly Overcharged Egg. He makes the most wonderful cities. He talks about it in a chill way. He explains what he does so well. Yeah, nothing beats the guy, in my opinion. And City Planner plays because he has so much knowledge about how you build a real city. And yeah, it's also really inspiring to just hear his advice on where what is supposed to be and what is realistic and what is not. I'm sure he will find a few quite unrealistic aspects about this town, but I like it, so I'm gonna build it this way. So let's get to building. And by building, of course, I mean we start with naming this road after Overcharged Egg. I think Overcharged Drive will be a suitable name, so let's do that. Overcharged Drive. Well, now we can start building, right? So I want to expand this road weight pattern, not according to this pattern that you see on the top of the screen, but I'm going to extend all streets like the ones on the bottom, just long streets running straight up here. So up by 9 tiles and over to all the way over here and back in here, as well as the next street out by 9. This one will extend a little further down by 9. And back in. And again down by 9. Up towards, let's take here for this road. And in there. And another 9. Up until right about here. And back in. And the last 9 up until here. Then I take the curved road tool, draw it out by 5, down by 5, and connect it straight in. Then also let's add some water pipes to it. We will definitely need those. Up here. And this way we are quickly burning through our money. So let's invite our next tax-paying citizens to this area, right? I'm going to copy this block to here, like this, and the middle one is going to be slightly different. So for this one I'm going to use a 3x3 asset. And it's going to be a bit of an apartment building, this one. Two of these right over here. So these are in total 12 long, and if I put 3x3 houses in, it will give me a nice space of 3 between the apartment blocks and the normal houses, which will give me exactly this amount of space for decoration, so I will make it look like that. Of course, I had my calculations wrong, and we ended up putting in a 4x3 corner asset, but I think we can get away with it. It doesn't look bad. I think it even makes the area look just that little bit nicer. Corner buildings are the most important buildings of the street. Usually they just differentiate the look of the street a lot if you put a building on the corner, while if this building would have been here, it would seem chaotic instead of just stand out like something pretty. I hope you guys agree that it's a nice look for the neighborhood this way. Let's also give them some nice little trees to walk between, and so the people from the apartments don't look straight at the houses next door. This will give us quite a few more people moving in. I do hope we can get away with the building level of these apartment buildings because they are level 3 and there's not a lot of parks nearby, but yeah, we can solve that if a problem pops up, right? Now let's add in some more commercial zoning and then address a little decoration issue that was pointed out to me. So first one small shop over here and one larger one over here. We will see what spawns in when we get back. And so it was pointed out to me that this bridge, it's actually not that good, that you have to walk all the way back here and then up the sidewalk to get to the beach. So let's add some slope to the other side as well. Out by 5, down by 3. Yeah, that's better, that's better. The other side should get the same treatment. Much better, this pet bridge. So what did we get for our commercial area? This small market I'd like, and yeah, I guess this one is fine too. The public market. So now we can fill out this one and this smaller one over here. Then let's go back to our housing, because we still need quite a few houses to satisfy our residential demand, it seems. I want to draw out this road through the neighborhood so people have a nice exit towards the west, and I want to make another exit near the roundabout, but not too close, so right about here seems fine. And of course this is not going to be a traffic light. And then I'm going to probably copy this block over in this one again, because I kind of think it will look nice when it's the same block, when it's varying two of the same patterns over and over. So that will be our next block of people moving in. You might have noticed I never cross a 4-lane road on both sides and only make T-junctions because, well, that's because I think it's way safer this way. It would give a lot more cause for congestions if you would have traffic crossing straight across, while as it is now it will just have to turn left and merge into traffic and then turn right at the next exit, which is safer. So what would have spawned in for our commercial assets? Well, I do not like this one next to the market, and I do not like this one here either, so let's remove them and wait for something different to spawn in. And while we wait for those, let's extend our beachfront decoration just that little bit over towards the school, because, well, we need to do it sometime anyway. Why not now? So first a bit of straight fence. Let's just use angle snapping for this, nothing else, until the corner here. And then we turn off our angle snapping as well and take the freeform fence. And from here we are, instead of following the road, going to follow the shape of the landscape. So we can make a little bit of a park behind this school. And we still have our drunk idiot proofing fence. Or at least so they don't accidentally stumble off the cliff. If they do, they must have been trying. And I think it'll go to here. And let's also add our standard tree pattern to it. Because that'll at least make it look that little bit more finished. And while I'm doing this, I see my assets have spawned in, and I first want to check them out a little. This one I don't mind. This one, healthy weeds. Well, okay, because of that sign it can stay. I do not really like the asset behind the police station like that, but yeah, I guess not every building has to be suitable in the entire city, right? There can be some architectural mishaps. You get them in real cities too. So now we have our nice area behind the school treed up as well. And we still have a lot of residential demand, even though we added quite a few houses this episode. So let's first, since we have the money now, extend our water grid until the last bit of the area. And then place in another nice block of housing for new residents to move in on. Because people really seem to want to come and live in Tanimura. The town is growing popular, residents are moving in. By now there's already 3,300 of them, so that's nice. Yeah, so let's get this area filled up a little. Like this. And I also noticed I used the wrong trees for this, so I replaced them with palms off screen because, placing them once on screen is enough, right? Then I think I'm going to do a little detailing time lapse, just to decorate up the beachfront, extend this pattern along this street as well. Yeah, just get things to look that little bit nicer again. So now we have that sorted out. Let's do a few more little things, like putting down one brush over here. And then I want to make a bit more out of this area too. So I have chosen the Lazarette Plaza for this area because it will centralize nicely between these paths. And yeah, just kinda looks like a monument to some disaster heroes or something. And then to parkify this up a little more, I'm going to use my landscaping tool. I'm gonna decrease the brush strength by quite a bit, and I will draw it up here. Okay, this is already too high, so I will make it flat from here. Then I will draw up a hill from here to here. Oh, I need a higher brush strength for that. So from here to here it will be more of a nice hill. So it's not giving me that good a slope actually, but I will have to work with it. Now I'm taking the park path again. Let's make sure our snapping is off. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to draw it up to here. And then back down to here. Then I will put a nice viewing platform on the hill, so people can, stop there for a nice view of the disaster response unit. It is a nice building, although I do not seem to be able to place it. Of course, it's outside of the park area and it does need a road to sit on then. So let's, pretend this never happened. I totally kept the terrain flat. And we will do it slightly differently. We will just place it on the road, so people have a nice place to stand and watch from. Then we will line the path to the plateau with some nice colorful trees. Or no, something smaller, I guess, because you don't want to ruin the view from the road to the building. So just some nice small brushes up alongside this slightly elevated path. Just to make it look a little better, but we don't want to overdo it on this area because we don't want to ruin the sideline to the nice building. What we can add are some nice, or at least reasonably nice, flower beds. I think they would sit well next to the plaza. And let's hope they behave well with the prop line too. So I'll first try to get it pretty straight. Then I will draw a nice line up alongside the unique building. Same for the other side. Or I say unique building, but it's more like a plaza than a real building. That wouldn't have looked that great. Maybe this is better. No, still not good. So it's kinda hard to get them in just right, but it will pay off. I mean, this does give the area a lot nicer vibe. Nice and cozy. Then let's also decorate up this little bit here. I think I'm going to first draw a pavement path from about here as far in as I can get it. Kinda looks like it connects, people won't use it, but still kinda looks like it's there for a purpose. And then I'm going to use this path and draw it along this one. That does connect, still won't get used. And then I'm going to draw it over to the library, so you just get a nice walkable feel to the town center. Yep. Let's get that one down, and let's add our nice sugar maples to this path as well. Of course, that first one is too close to the path, but we can solve that. And eventually this will all come together in a nice neighborhood feel. Oh, of course, that's too close to the library. Maybe it will let me have a sweet spot, but I don't think so. No. No, there's no sweet spot for most of it. But those trees are in anyway now. Maybe a few more over here. Alder. Maybe here. Just so it will, look a bit more complete. Maybe we will add another yew tree to this bit, and an oak on the corner. Ooh, that would be a small oak. Maybe there's a place for this small oak somewhere else. On this corner here, yeah, looks fine. At least this one is slightly larger. It's gonna sit over here. Yeah, this one. This is a nice big oak from the corner. And maybe a beech tree for on the end of this street. Yeah, nice. Maybe another brush to hide this bit of. Whoa, what's happening here? Ooh. Okay, to hide this bit of dirt. Yeah, better. Then let me do another row of houses, I think. Maybe two of them, just because we do need a lot of them anyway. And while these spawn in, let's talk about their education, because the other two schools are quite a bit away, and you want a school nearby for your children. It's just safer if they don't have to cross any dangerous roads. So we haven't used this elementary school yet, and it will sit nicely on this curve. So let's put this one over here, and it will do nicely with a large playground. Yeah, I think I'll put it like this. The pathways already connect, and I think I'm going to use a dirt path to just extend this park a little bit. I will turn off angle, only snapping to grid, and just draw this path over here. Maybe give them some nice trees extra. This really helps in making less of a border between the park asset and its environment. It's just going to be part of it like this instead of sitting there as an exact 15 by 15 shape. And like this it will just be more of a parky area. We are probably not going to hit our milestone today, but we can extend this tree and fence pattern just a little bit more until the end of the neighborhood. So let's start by doing that. And we are getting a little industrial demand, so we might actually also add a how's the thing called again? I think it's a pulp mill, but I'm not quite sure. But I think we will add, oh no, it's a biomass pellet plant. And we're going to add that one to the Pleasantwood Lumber Company, so that they have a few more jobs for all of our new residents. But of course, decoration always comes first with me. I mean, we need the town to look nice. People gotta live here, damn it. So, still not enough buyers for products here, even though we have quite a few buyers. Ooh, this looks ugly, by the way. Let's see if we can fix that with the terraforming tool, even though it's already built on. Oh yeah, we can save it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better. So the biomass pellet plant costs a bit more than we have now, but we have a loan to take, so let's do that. Now, the forestry district, and here we have it, a biomass pellet plant. So this one is pollutive and quite large as well, and since we already have a pollutive area over here, I'm going to make an extension onto this road for the polluted building to sit on. Just a bit farther away so it won't destroy our trees. Because we kinda need them for other purposes, right? Of course it needs water, so let's do that first. And then we have it. So this thing produces paper, and we have nowhere to store it yet. We will need to take care of that as well. On the same street for easy deliveries, and it will store paper. So, some nice fresh jobs for people. I hope our storage yards stop exporting so much so they can pick up more of the wood that's being produced. And I think, yeah, this is a good time for the outro car. So, I want to thank you all for watching again. We are actually getting somewhere with this town. I mean, our town center now actually has some decoration, a place for the tourists to go. Our company actually produces both of the products it can produce. And yeah, things are starting to look so much better and busier already. There's a lot of paths for people to take to walk anywhere. I hope next episode we will get to reach our next milestone. Is still over 500 people, I think around 500 people away. But we will get there, we will get there. At least we are getting there at a nice pace, with a nice view, and having a good time. Well, see you around on the next episode of Tanimura. This is a good time for the outro car. So, I want to thank you all for watching again. We are actually getting somewhere with this town. I mean, our town center now actually has some decoration, a place for the tourists to go. Our company actually produces both of the products it can produce. And yeah, things are starting to look so much better and busier already. There's a lot of paths for people to take to walk anywhere. I hope next episode we will get to reach our next milestone. Is still over 500 people, I think around 500 people away. But we will get there, we will get there. At least we are getting there at a nice pace, with a nice view, and having a good time. Well, see you around on the next episode of Tanimura.